Most of what you're paying for in a $60 bottle of wine isn't the wine, it's the glass. Specifically, it's the dent. Pick up any wine bottle, flip it over. See that deep crater pushed up into the bottom? That's called the punt, and there's a weird pattern wine companies kind of hope you don't notice. Cheap wine, flat bottom, tiny dimple if anything. Expensive wine, deep, heavy, finger-sized canyon. Coincidence? Not even close. But before I tell you why, you have to understand what that dent actually is, because the answer is part 400-year-old engineering, part real physics, and part one of the most expensive psychological tricks in the beverage aisle. Here's where it starts. 400 years ago, every wine bottle on Earth was hand-blown. A glassblower would shape the bottle on the end of a long iron tube. Then they'd transfer it to a second rod, called a pontil rod, to finish the neck. When they snapped that pontil off, you got a sharp, jagged scar right on the bottom of the bottle. You can't stand a bottle on broken glass, so they pushed the base up into itself, hiding the scar inside a little dome. That dome is the punt. It started as a workaround for a manufacturing problem that doesn't even exist anymore. But here's where it gets interesting. Fast forward to champagne. Sparkling wine has serious pressure inside it, 80 to 90 pounds per square inch. That's about 3 times the pressure in your car tire packed inside a piece of glass. A flat-bottomed bottle has a weak point right at the base. Pressure builds up there, and eventually, the bottle becomes a grenade. The punt fixes that. By arching the base into a dome, it spreads the pressure across the whole bottom. Same principle as a bridge, or the ceiling of a cathedral. Curves handle force better than flat surfaces do. So for champagne, prosecco, cava, the punt is doing real work. It's why the bottle in your fridge stays a bottle and not a pile of shrapnel on your kitchen floor. Now here's the catch. Most wine isn't sparkling. Your Cabernet, your Merlot, your Chardonnay, zero pressure inside. They don't need a reinforced base. A flat bottle would hold them just fine. But pick up a $60 still wine. That punt is huge. So why? Marketing. That's it. There's been a fair amount of consumer research on this, and the result is always pretty embarrassing. When you pick up a bottle, your brain judges what's inside by how the glass feels in your hand. Heavier feels better. Deeper punt feels better. You don't decide that, you just feel it, and wine producers absolutely know it. There's another sneaky angle too. A deeper punt means the bottle holds less wine for the same outer size, so the bottle looks bigger than what's actually in it, which, yeah, makes it feel more expensive. The punt on a $60 still wine isn't doing structural work, it's doing psychological work. But here's the part most people miss. There's actually one place the punt still earns its keep on a regular bottle. Watch a sommelier pour wine sometime. They'll slip their thumb into the punt and grip the base from underneath. Stable, clean pour, no wobble, no hand covering up the label. Try it at dinner. Thumb in the punt, fingers spread under the base. You'll look like you know exactly what you're doing, and your pour will actually be steadier while you're at it. So that little dent at the bottom of your wine bottle is doing one of 3 jobs. Sometimes it's a 400-year-old fossil from the days of hand-blown glass. Sometimes it's real engineering, holding a bottle of pressure together. And the rest of the time, it's marketing, pure and simple. A trick to make you trust the price tag a little more than you should. So next time you're standing in the wine aisle, holding a heavy bottle with a deep dent pushed into the base, ask yourself one thing. Is that bottle handling pressure, or are you?